A heritage of hope, Middletown is a proud community with over 250 years of history, and these two buildings have witnessed over half of it. Today, Main Street Middletown, a local nonprofit, is working to preserve these two iconic buildings.
Main Street Middletown, Maryland, Inc. works to promote the unique aspects of Middletown so that our downtown stays a thriving economic center. Part of that overall mission is preserving the amazing collection of historic buildings that line Main Street. We are part of the National Main Street program started 40 years ago by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Hi, I'm Becky Axelbund, and I am the manager of Main Street Middletown, Maryland, Inc. And I'm here today with Larry Buzzard. Mr. Buzzard is the person who we purchased the wonderful property from that we're sitting in right now of 19 and 21 West Main. What do you know about the history of this building before it was the barber shop?
Well, my understanding it was a harness maker shop. Then it was a wee shop when I was a kid. My father took over the barber shop in 1964 after Mrs. DeGrange, who ran a Buster Brown kids clothing store in here, moved across the street to the Durr property that closed in '63. And then I worked with him up until '88, purchased the property in '89, sold it to the Main Street group in 17. I was in here 51 years.
How do you feel about it? You spent a lot of years here.
Spent most of my life in here, and I'm glad to see someone get it that's going to fix it up and keep it, try to get it back to the original state. It was good to me, and I hope it's good to the town.
So, Larry, we have the space. Clearly, it's arranged differently than when you had it, but can you share with us how the space used to look when it was a barber shop?
Yes, I had a back bar against that wall with two big mirrors and two chairs. My father and I worked together for a number of years, and that stayed there until it closed, which after we sold the building, they exposed the two windows behind the paneling. My father put paneling in here, he rewired it, and over in this corner to my left, over my left shoulder, it's boxed out for a reason. There was the harness maker's desk was in there, which I kept. Time goes on, I'm going to give it back to Main Street so they can put it back in where it belongs. But we put a new floor down a couple times, and the bench behind us, a lot of kids sat there and talked. They played cards. Probably a dollar bill or a quarter or two's behind the wall. Kids sat there, and a lot of old people lived here every day, all day.
Well, we hope with a visitor center that people will come back and share their stories and chat and talk just like they did before when it was the barber shop. With me is Lacey Gordon, who is president of the board. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our efforts at preserving the Buzzard barber shop. And what does that mean to you, and why have you gotten involved in Main Street?
Well, I grew up in Middletown and went away to college, and I really feel like I started to appreciate Middletown while I was gone. I feel like now professionally and as a member of the community and as a parent, I feel compelled to give back to this place that made me who I am. And that's really what inspired me to just help, and with that, buying this building and making this place a community gathering welcome center for this special town. It's funny, I was asking my husband last night what he remembers about this building and Larry's barbershop. He had his haircut here as a child. So again, that's just wild and special to me. And he said he just remembers how long it took to get an appointment because this place was so popular, and that it was always full, and not just with people getting their hair cut, and really it was a social place.
I think that's the impression that a lot of people have, is that this place is really special to the entire community. And that's why Main Street is so happy that we are able to be the purchaser and help rehabilitate it.
Absolutely. I spend a lot of time outside of my family and my work dedicating myself and our efforts to really making this project happen. And I can't wait to gift this back out to this town and the community. And I feel like when it's all done, we're not only lucky that physically on the outside we'll have a structure that speaks to the history and the charm of the downtown, and it will look nice and it will look special and look the way it used to. And then people will be able to come inside, and tourists and travelers and historians can visit and learn about the town, and the community can gather here and sort of peek in and see what it was like. And you know, hopefully we'll have artifacts and you know, just a warm, welcome place for people to come and visit.
And that's really what Middletown is all about.
We invite you to come down to Main Street and see what we're doing. This has been an amazing, incredible process. If you are so inclined, we would really appreciate your support, time, effort, volunteer, money, to help us make this a special place and to see this project through. Main Street Middletown, the nonprofit, is very lucky because just specifically for this project, we were awarded special tax credits to offer to our donors. So if you are interested in learning more about that, you can visit mainstreetmiddletown.org and really just come down and see us and get excited with us, because we really think this is a special place and we want to share it with everyone.